Goodness, Cecil, wasn't that smart of me?
What?
Well, the way I got out of that.
Yeah, that was great. Your uncle finds us going through his papers, and you tell him we were looking for a mouse.
Oh, it's a good thing I can think so fast.
I'm a stranger.
I don't know what it is. My mind has always acted like that. Thoughts just come to me before I think of them.
Yeah.
You were flustered, weren't you?
I guess you weren't.
No, I wasn't, Cecil. I knew just what to say.
What did you stutter around for, then, when he asked us what we were doing in his desk?
Well, I was just giving you time to look innocent.
Yeah. We both had that silly look on our faces like kids caught stealing cookies.
Well, it's all right now, anyhow.
I'll bet your uncle puts a padlock on his desk after this.
Oh, yes, of course. You want to keep the mice out.
Oh, this is dumb. I'm going home.
Oh, so that's the way you're going to be. So that's it. One of those kind of persons.
One of what kind of persons?
Very well. If that's the way you feel, very well.
Fine. Then let's just forget all about this romance thing.
Well, you can forget about it, but I could never forget such an example of tenderness and devotion. It's too wonderful.
I tell you, Sally, Aunt Bess has forgotten all about this egg long before I was born.
Oh, Cecil, you don't know what a woman keeps in her heart.
Oh, you give me a pain, Sally, when you talk like that.
Well, it's too bad we couldn't find a picture like the one your Aunt Bess kept. I'm just sure that there is one and that Uncle Thomas is the same person.
Well, it's just as well. Aunt Bess wouldn't be interested in him now, even if he was the long-lost would-be bricklayer.
Why, Cecil, Uncle Thomas is very interesting.
What to? A bug hunter? Well, I'm going.
Are you trying to be funny, Mr. Cecil?
I don't know, am I?
No, you're not. I guess you don't think so much of my uncle.
Oh, but I didn't say it.
Oh, I bet if your aunt had the chance, she'd be crazy about him.
She'd have to be crazy.
Oh, so that's the way the wind blows, is it?
Oh, it seems pretty calm to me. Sally, you know that this is silly. I've told you that all along.
You always think that love and devotion and faithfulness, the most beautiful things in life, are silly.
Well, this is anyhow. You know darn well your uncle wouldn't go out of his way to look at my aunt. And Aunt Bess wouldn't cross the street to see him.
Why not? Especially if they knew each other when they were young.
Yeah, well, that was centuries ago. Your uncle's fat now.
Well, that's all right. He's got personality.
Ha, it'll do him a lot of good. No one loves a fat man.
Uncle Thomas is handsome. He's very handsome.
Where and when?
Well, he is. And I'll bet your aunt will think so, too, when she meets him.
I only hope she doesn't laugh at him.
So, Mr. Cecil, you think your aunt is too good for my uncle, do you?
Well, she wouldn't want to get an old duck like he is, Sally.
So, my uncle is an old duck, is he?
Well, goose, then. Is that better?
So that's what you think of my uncle, is it?
I'm not saying what I think.
Well, I wouldn't let my uncle marry your aunt now. Now.
Oh, she wouldn't have him anyhow. Not on a silver platter.
Oh, she wouldn't, would she? Well, I like that.
What would she do with him? He wears glasses.
Well, so does your aunt.
Your uncle carries an umbrella.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but Aunt Bess wouldn't like the kind of a man that carries an umbrella.
Well, she likes bricklayers.
Well,
Her aunt.
can't you think of any?
No. Yes. No.
There aren't any.
Oh, Cecil, your aunt isn't perfect.
Oh, she's pretty darn near it.
I thought you said she's always bowing you out.
Well, that's all right. It could be my fault once in a while.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you admit that you're wrong once in a while.
I didn't admit anything. I said it could be.
Well, I'm sure that my uncle wouldn't like your aunt. That is, if your aunt wouldn't like my uncle.
Well, you can just call it all washed up then. If my aunt was going to get soft-headed about anybody at her age, she'd pick out somebody lots better looking than your uncle.
Oh, is that so? Well, if my uncle decided to make some woman happy by marrying her, he would pick out somebody younger than your aunt.
What's age got to do with it? That makes my aunt all the smarter. I know. Your uncle would go for some old man's darling, a bird in a goldfish bowl.
My uncle has good taste. He always shows good taste.
what about that purple tie he had on down at the store the other day? The one you said you hid later.
Well, goodness, but I'd hate to have a nasty memory like you have.
Aunt Bess is a whole lot better off like she is. She's got me. What more does she want? I'm going to get rich someday. Then we'll be sitting pretty.
Yes, you would think of something like that. Be selfish. Live just for yourself and get old and mean.
Well, that's what your uncle is doing. He looks pretty happy.
That's because he has a sweet disposition to begin with.
Yeah, sweet like sauerkraut. You told me that he raises heck when his toast burns at breakfast. Denies that.
No, why should I? He has the right to get mad.
You never find me getting mad at little things. No, me and my aunt are above such little things. What would your uncle have to offer my aunt?
Why, he's a big businessman.
Yeah, big and fat.
Everybody knows him and likes him. He's sweet and he's nice.
Yeah, that's a whole lot. Well, my aunt knows when she's well off.
If your aunt had the chance to marry my uncle, she would jump at it.
Yeah, jump in the opposite direction and run for her life.
Now, Cecil, I've heard about enough. You can't talk down my uncle. I don't care who you are.
I'm not talking him down. I'm just telling you why my Aunt Bess couldn't see him for a smoke. He's not her type, that's all.
If you say another word about Uncle Thomas, I'll tell him.
Go ahead, tattletale. Tell him all about what you're planning on doing, Miss Cupid. He'll love that.
Well, maybe I won't tell him. He's liable to fire you.
There's nothing for you to get mad over. I'm just telling you why my aunt wouldn't accept your uncle.
She would be the most lucky person on earth if Uncle Thomas has serious intentions about her. She would.
Well, lots of people think that rain and storms are lucky. It's all in the way you look at it.
Uncle Thomas would be the biggest catch of the year, now.
Oh, catch of what? Flounders? Aunt Bess is no sap. Oh, she's too old anyhow.
Well, I'm glad to hear you admit something. Well, my uncle isn't too old to do anything. He'll never get old. That's the kind of an uncle I have.
Yeah, Rip Van Winkle.
And let me tell you this, Mr. Cecil. He'll never see your aunt. I wouldn't let him meet her now if she was the last woman on earth and Uncle Thomas didn't have anyone to sew his buttons on. And I'll put that on pencil and paper if you want me to. There, now. Good night. Cecil, I've decided to forgive you.
For what?
For what you said.
What did I say?
Oh, Cecil, don't try and pretend you didn't insult me.
I didn't insult you.
Cecil, you did. You said that... Well, you said things about my uncle.
Well, that's all right. That's not your fault.
Then you didn't really mean them, did you, Cecil?
You mean when I said he was fat?
Yes, that and other things.
Well, what do I have to do now?
Well, you can take all those things back.
Even if I did take them back, he'd still be fat. I couldn't stop that.
Now, Cecil, Uncle Thomas is just a little plump.
All right. Call it what you want to.
You said a lot of other things that weren't very nice.
Well, it's not my fault that they weren't nice. I can't help it if your uncle looks like he does.
That's all right, Cecil. I'll forgive you.
Suit yourself.
Now, don't you think you ought to say that you're sorry for the things you said about Uncle Thomas?
Well, most of them were true.
Well, you said that your aunt wouldn't have Uncle Thomas on a bet.
Well, all right. I'll take that back.
That's right, Cecil. I knew you were big.
She might have him on a bet, if the bet were big enough.
Well, yeah, sure, of course. What do you mean, Cecil?
Well, you said that your uncle wouldn't have my aunt if she were the last woman on earth.
Oh, Cecil, I didn't say that.
You did, too. As if she'd weep about it.
Oh, but, Cecil, you must have misunderstood.
Oh, I can understand English.
Did I say she wouldn't have him if he were the last man on earth?
You sure did.
Goodness, I wonder where I read that. Now, let me see.
Well, I heard you anyhow.
Well, Cecil, if I said that, I meant something else.
What? Is that a new way of saying, see you tomorrow?
Now, Cecil, you see, you looked at it wrong. That was really a compliment.
Oh, yes. The last woman on earth would be about your uncle's speed.
Now, Cecil, don't say any more mean things.
That's not mean. You looked at it wrong.
Well, Cecil, I can explain what I said about your aunt. Why, I wouldn't insult your dear aunt for the world.
Would a bet interest you?
Why, when I said that Uncle Thomas wouldn't have her if she were the last woman on earth, I didn't mean that. I meant that, well, it's like this now. Are you following me, Cecil?
Yes. Stay in the neighborhood.
Well, I'll explain it so you'll see that it was really a compliment.
This ought to be good.
Yes, it should. I mean, no. It's like this, you see. Well, if your aunt were the last person on earth, well, she would be the last woman left, wouldn't she? See?
Did it take you long to find that out?
Yes, so you see, well, she would be very popular then, wouldn't she?
Who with? Your uncle as the last man?
No. Now wait, Cecil, and I'll show you. You see, I said that Uncle Thomas wouldn't marry your aunt if she were the last woman on earth. Well, I meant that this way, that, are you listening, Cecil?
Go ahead, you mean what?
I mean that he wouldn't have her, not because he wouldn't think that she was the best woman on earth, but that he'd want her to find someone better.
Yeah, and he's the last one left.
Oh, no, Cecil, I didn't say that. I said that if she were the last woman, not Uncle Thomas the last man, see?
Well, all right. Pick up the marbles.
Cecil, how can you be so calm when a big event is going to take place soon?
Well, I'm telling you.
Cecil, remember what the poet says. He who laughs last, laughs last. I'll show you I know what I'm going to do.
Well, you'll never be able to find out about the picture unless you ask your uncle.
If at first you don't succeed, you remember the story about the spider, don't you?
Yeah. He said, come into my parlor.
No. He tried to build whatever it is that spiders build, and every time he'd fail, he'd try and try again.
Yeah, and that's just what you're doing. You're building a web that's going to get us all into trouble. It'll make my aunt mad, and it'll make your uncle sore, too.
No, Cecil, I know how to handle him. Remember, soft words soothes the savage breast.
Have you got a book on old sayings that you're reading?
No, I just have a good memory. I remember all the clever sayings that I hear. They come in handy sometimes.
Well, try and get them straight.
Well, a miss is as good as a mile, just so I get the idea.
I don't guess you've ever heard anything about letting well enough let it alone.
Oh, Cecil, is that from Kipling?
It's from the shoulder, and that means this picture thing.
Cecil, it's my duty to see Uncle Thomas made happy. Opportunity knocketh but once.
Well, opportunity knocked at my aunt's door long before I was born. And what you hear is the old gray-headed echo.
No, Cecil. Love doesn't grow old. Not that kind.
What does it do? Get all mildewed and green?
Cecil, you shouldn't mock at the most beautiful thing in life.
Oh, Sally, you give me a pain. I'm going on home. I should have gone before I came over here.
Well, Cecil, I want you to know that I'm not mad at you.
Thanks. I can sleep now.
Because I'm going to be very good after this. I'm going to be all Uncle Thomas wants me to be.
Why the sudden decision to be an angel?
That's why I don't mind all the things you've said to me. I know that underneath you don't mean them. I forgive you.
Thanks. If it makes you happy, I'll think up something so you can forgive me some more and have a good forgiving time.
Cecil, you ought to look at things like I do. There's so much good in the worst of us, and so much bad in the best of us.
Oh, holy mackerel, where did you get that?
That's what Uncle Thomas says. It's in a frame.
It sounds like your uncle, too.
It's in the Bible, too. I remember. That's why it's a good thing to remember.
I'll admit I haven't got all the brains that you have, but that isn't in the Bible. I know one or two things yet.
Oh, yes, Cecil, that's in the Bible. There's so much good in the best of us, and so much worst in the best of us. I know it by heart.
It's not in the Bible.
Oh, yes, Cecil, I know.
Sally, you're so smart. I'll just bet you $1,000 that isn't in the Bible.
Oh, yes, Cecil. There's so much bad in the most of us, and, Cecil, I'll prove it to you. There's a Bible right here on the table.
All right. I just want to take you down a peg. Come on. All right, now show it to me.
This is Uncle Thomas's Bible. It has everything.
Right here. Take it. Now show me where it is. Show me. Where does it say that?
Now, don't rush me. It's in here someplace. It'll just take a little time.
That's all right. I'll stay all night to show you up.
Now, let's see. There's so much good, so much good.
Watch out, you're dropping some things out of the Bible. Watch out, Sally.
Oh, oh, that's just some old things Uncle Thomas keeps in there. Pick them up, will you please, Cecil?
Oh, all right. You would drop them on it. Here, take them. Right here. Hey, wait. Look. Sally, look.
What is it, Cecil? Let me have it. Oh, Cecil, it's a picture like the one your aunt has. It's the same one. It's the bricklayer boy in Uncle Thomas's Bible. Oh, goodness, look at my handshake. Take it, Cecil. Hide it, quick. Oh, dear. Cecil, this is the same picture that your aunt had.
Oh, don't be silly. How could it be? How could it get here at your house?
I mean, it's a picture of the same person.
Here, let me see it again. Here. It's a punk picture.
It's a picture of Uncle Thomas. Cecil, I knew they were the same.
It doesn't look like your uncle.
Well, he was thin then and had lots of hair.
We're getting into something we have no business. Better put it back in the Bible. It's a skeleton.
Oh, Cecil, I'm so thrilled. Goodness, a broken romance.
You better ditch it, Sally, before you get a broken neck.
Think how long this picture has been in this Bible.
Yeah, that shows you never use it.
Oh, of course we do, Cecil, but I have my own upstairs. This is one Uncle Thomas brought up from the trunk in the basement.
There's a lot of papers in it, too.
Cecil, wasn't he handsome when he was young?
Let me see it again. No, I don't think so.
Just look at that mustache, Cecil.
Huh. He looks like a sea lion.
Is it any wonder that your aunt liked him?
Huh. She didn't like him. She was just kidding him.
Oh, no, Cecil. Girls didn't toy with men's hearts in those days.
Sally, I don't think this is a picture of your uncle. It doesn't look like him. Now look.
Oh, yes, it does, Cecil. Remember, he was 25 years young then.
He's cross-eyed.
No, Cecil, that's the way the picture was taken. He was looking in the camera. Oh, you poor Uncle Thomas.
I'll bet a donut that isn't your uncle.
Wait, Cecil, there's something written on the back. Let's see. Cecil, Thomas J. Smith, April the 1st, 1903.
Here, let me see. Golly, I wonder why April the 1st.
Cecil, I knew it. Ever since I had that dream the other night about the donkey.
Well, I guess it looks like that's your uncle's picture. It's the same one my aunt has, too. Oh, gee, I feel like I'm looking at a ghost.
Oh, Cecil, isn't it just too grand?
Hey, put it back, Sally. It doesn't belong to us.
Cecil, everything is easy now. Oh, I'm so excited I could scream.
Hey, now, don't you go start screaming at this time of night. I bet your uncle's asleep hours ago.
Cecil, isn't it just too wonderful? Just think. After all these years, they can fall in each other's arms again. Oh, my goodness.
Look through the Bible some more and see what you can find.
Oh, why didn't I think of that before? Here, hand it to me again, Cecil.
If we can find a picture of Aunt Bess in there, oh, I'll swallow anything.
Let's see now. Wait, Cecil, here's a picture.
Here, gimme.
Cecil, don't jerk it out of my hand. Here.
No, here.
Don't tear it.
Oh, look. This isn't my Aunt Bess. Aunt Bess didn't have yellow hair.
Let me see it, Cecil. Oh, dear, I wonder who it is.
What does it say on the back? There's some writing there.
It says, to Tommy, from your Tootsie Wootsy.
Who's she?
I don't know, Cecil. She must be a foreigner.
Wait a minute. Here's another picture. Wait there.
Cecil, I wish you wouldn't grab these and look at them before I can. My goodness.
Hey, this isn't her either. Gosh, what a dress. Look, it says, to dear Thomas, with tenderest thoughts, Sophie.
Well, that must be some pictures Uncle Thomas just had. Here are three together. Oh, I know your aunt's picture is here now.
Yeah, it looks like he was true to her. All these years, my eye.
Let's see. To my darling Tommy boy, Millie. To Blue Eyes from his little candy kid. Goodness. Cecil, look, tights. Oh, my. Here, this must be a picture of your aunt. Oh, no. This is another one.
Hey, did your uncle say he used to be a bricklayer or a sailor?
Now, Cecil, I know these don't mean anything. He's probably saving Miss Shortridge's picture special.
Yeah. You ought to get an index and file all the old flames.
I'm glad I happened to see this old Bible. No telling what I'll find.
I'll bet my aunt doesn't keep a bunch of pictures of jolly old bicycle riders in her Bible.
Oh, Cecil, here's another one. No, wrong again.
Wait, don't put it back, Sally. I want to look at it.
Cecil, I'm really ashamed that Uncle Thomas has pictures like this in the family Bible. But then he kept it down in the trunk in the cellar until yesterday.
Well, never mind. Let me see that one. Holy cow. My gosh. What's this girl in mourning for?
She isn't in mourning, Cecil. Don't you know anything?
Oh, you kid. Huh. What's the sentence in that? What's she got on? A black nightgown?
Cecil, that was a bathing suit. Didn't you ever see one like that?
No, I didn't. Not like that. What's she wearing the boudoir cap for?
Oh, here, let me have it. They went in swimming like that when Uncle Thomas was young.
Here, take it. Oh, yeah. I can see your uncle remembers my aunt. Oh, yes. With a harem of pictures like this.
Well, Cecil, it's not Uncle Thomas's fault that he was popular. It runs in the family,
Well,
Cecil.
just the same. Huh? What runs in your family?
Well, I mean... Well, we all have something that attracts people to us. It's a gift. It's that something, you know.
Where'd you lose yours?
Oh, Cecil, even in a serious place like this, you can joke.
I'll bet your uncle was an old bum.
Now, Cecil, Uncle Thomas was a gentleman.
How do you know? That was before you were born.
Well, he told me he was. That's how I know.
Well, what's he doing with all these tootsies and candy kids and things, then?
Well, he was... Goodness, Cecil, is it a crime to have pictures?
No, I didn't say it was. I was just asking, that's all.
Well, Cecil, as I was saying before you so rudely broke in on me...
All right, we'll let that pass.
First, we'll write your aunt a note to kind of prepare her.
For what?
For the beautiful surprise, you know, sweet and mysterious. I'll write it, I'll say, beautiful little lady.
I don't see what you want to go write silly notes for.
And let's see, the second note will say, the day soon approaches. I have waited eons and eons.
What's an eon?
Oh, Cecil, that means a long time.
Well, why didn't you say a long time?
Well, I'll write the notes. You see, it'll be a week before your aunt can come over and see Uncle Thomas anyhow.
Why a week?
Well, we want Uncle Thomas to make a good impression when she sees him.
Well, my gosh, does it take him a week to get ready?
Well, you see, he has a bad cold, and I think it would be better if we waited. He doesn't look very handsome right now. His nose is awfully red, and he smells like camphor. I think a week will be all right, though. Cecil, read this and see what you think of it.
What is it?
Well, read it and see what you think.
All right, give me. Flower of my heart. What the? I have found you again after all these years. Soon I shall call and... What is this, Sally?
It's a note I've composed to send to your aunt.
What for?
Well, so she'll get interested. So she'll think it came from Uncle Thomas.
What do you want to do? Scare her?
Read the rest and see if you think it sounds romantic enough.
All right. I have carried your... What's that word?
Let's see. Memory. Can't you read?
Not the way you write. Memory in my heart all these weary years. I shall soon come to clear you.
Oh, not clear, Cecil. Claim. Claim.
Why don't you make your A plainer?
Well, it is. You just don't know how to read, that's all.
You write like chicken scratch.
Well, finish it and see what you have to suggest.
I shall soon come to claim you for my own. Humbly one who ships from...
Not who ships, Cecil. Worships.
Why don't you spell it right? One who worships from afar.
Well?
Did you write this to send to my aunt?
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to suggest?
Yeah, tear it up.
You see, Cecil, I don't want her to know that it's supposed to be from Uncle Thomas, but I want her to know that it's from the boy that started out to be a bricklayer.
Well, say in it then, say, my heart is heavy like a brick. That ought to be a big enough hint.
Oh, Cecil, a brick. Oh, dear, I see you don't understand tender things like hearts. Well, let's see. I'll have to use my own brain, I guess.
Well, I don't see what's wrong with that. I think it's pretty hot. My heart is heavy like a brick.
Isn't this fun, Cecil? I feel like Cupid.
You've got too many clothes on to be Cupid.
Beloved. Oh, I love the sound of that. Beloved.
Beloved. Well, you can't just say that. That's not enough.
Beloved, let's see now. The years are long and weary, but I shall soon return. How's that?
That's worse than the first one. Just say, I'll soon return.
Now, no. Let's see now. Have you forgotten our promises?
What promises?
The promises that they made.
How do you know they made any?
Why, Cecil, of course they did. They always do.
How do you know?
Oh, Cecil, don't you ever read? They always make promises by the garden wall.
Oh, listen, Sally. I'm sure they really hardly knew each other. My aunt just got a crush on him, that's all.
Oh, no, Cecil. I know it was a deep and pure love, I can tell.
Since when have you become a mind reader?
Cecil, when I met your aunt, I could tell by looking at her what went on in her heart.
Oh, yes? How is her blood pressure?
I can see things. I know what a person really thinks about.
Well, I know my aunt. You may know all about hearts and things like that, but my Aunt Bess wouldn't get a thrill out of beloved letters.
Oh, yes, she would, Cecil.
Oh, no, she wouldn't, Sally.
Oh, yes, she would, Cecil.
Oh, no, she wouldn't, Sally.
Oh, yes.
I guess I ought to know my aunt. I guess I ought to.
Well, Cecil, please don't get excited. I'm willing to let you help write the letter.
Oh, well, all right. What's wrong with just plain, Dear Miss Shortridge?
Oh, it's too blah, if you know what I mean.
It's a good old family name.
Cecil, I'll tell you what let's do. Here, take this. Now, let's both write a letter and see which is the best.
Then if mine is better than yours, we'll send mine?
Sure. Go ahead now. You write something and I will too, and then we'll read them off and pick out the best.
Ha! Save yourself some trouble then and don't write any.
Now, don't bother me, Cecil. I've got to think.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to start mine, Dear Madam.
Do whatever you want to. I'm writing mine.
Well, that's what I'm doing. There now.
Cecil, how do you spell, fragrant?
Fragrant what?
Just fragrant.
You write your own note.
Well, I won't use that
Dear
then.
Madam. No. You...
Cecil, please talk to yourself.
I guess I can talk out loud if I want to. Dear Madam.
Well, all right, Cecil. I have mine finished. Are you ready?
There's no hurry. We've got hours.
Oh, dear, is that all you have written? Dear Madam.
Hey, who told you to look over my shoulder? Now, you mind your own business.
Oh, I have the best one. Hurry up with yours now.
Let's see. No. Dear Madam. Oh, I know. Wait. Ha. All right, I got mine finished. What have you got written?
Oh, what have you got?
What have you got?
You read yours first.
You read yours first. You finished yours first.
Oh, no, I won't do it.
Oh, well, I'll tell you. We'll throw up a coin to see who has to read their note first.
All right. I'll take heads.
All right. Wait a minute. Oh, I haven't got a coin.
Well, I know. Oh, listen. I'll think of a number between 1 and 5, and if you guess the right one, you won't have to read your letter first.
All right. Think of a number.
All right. What is it?
It's 4.
4?
Yeah, 4.
Let's see now. I've forgotten what number I was thinking of. We'll try again, Cecil.
I'll remember it this time.
All right. I've got one.
It's 3.
3?
Yeah.
Yes, that was it. Oh, goodness, you won.
All right. You read yours first. What did you write?
Well, this is it. Beloved, I return to your arms at last. You are my shining star. I worship from afar. I shall build my suit as one might build a house, brick by brick. You see, Cecil, that gives a hint. Soon I will make myself known. I am at your feet, one who has waited evermore. That's it. What do you think of it, Cecil?
Do I have to say?
I think it's just the thing. What did you write for yours?
Well, you won't like it. Dear Madam, I used to know you. If you would like to see me again, hang a handkerchief at your window. Respectfully, an honest man. Well, do you like it?
Oh, Cecil, it's terrible.
Oh, it is not. Mine wins. We'll send mine.
Oh, no, Cecil, no.
I say yes. It goes to my aunt.
Oh, Cecil, that's awful.
Very well. I'll be fair. We'll send both of them.
Well?
Together.
Well, all right, then. All right. Here, at least let me address them and mail them. I'll address it to, the lovely lady. There. What's your address, Cecil?
A lovely lady, huh? Oh, my address is 2225 West Green Street.
All right. 2224 West Green. Is that Green Green? Cecil?
No, Black Green. That's how you spell it. I hope you've got a stamp. We can take it out and put it in the mail tonight, so she'll get it tomorrow.